Hello, this is Riley. People have asked a couple of things about how I do Roll20 things because I use entirely Roll20. I do not use D&D Beyond or anything of the similar to make games and play games. So, thought I would show a couple of things off. First off is the general making a game to house characters. You can see this one here. I'm indicating only with my mouse. I'm not using any fancy editing because I can't be bothered. It is late and I have things to do. So, Compendium, Character Maker. This is my little game that is entirely me. No one else is in it. And if I launch it, you can see that once Roll20 loads, because my internet is very slow, you'll be able to see on the right-hand side a bunch of different characters that I have. These are all test characters or characters I play. For instance, some of you in Everfull would know of Coppervolt. This is Coppervolt's character sheet. This is where I keep it. Nice and simple. Some of you won't have these things. I will come to these later. Just in case people do not know, I will quickly go through how to make a game to do this. So if you're on Home, which is the default place, then you can see here, create new game. Nice and simple. Sorry about all the jumping around. Not going to have any mad cuts or anything. If you just name your game something, so compendium of my characters, or your name, or whatever you want really, and then make sure that you, in optional choose a character sheet, add D&D 5e. It's one of the already created ones. If you don't know that you can do this in general games, I recommend it. You can go into the settings and add character sheets, I believe, to games. At that point, I'm ready, create game. I am going to just add a tag in. Any games that I make, I just add a little DM tag, just so that I know if I'm searching for a game that I make and I run, I can find it quickly, rather than going through all of my games. So, then launch. And I could have shown this in the new one, but quick little showing how to make a character sheet thing. A game even. You then can just go into your journal, add a character, name them something like Cool Dude McGee. You can upload a picture. If you upload a picture and then through the nifty way that I'm going to show you later, you transfer into other people's games, then you can do that pretty easily. At least I'm going to show you the way I do it. There are other ways. So yeah, if you do that, then it will already have the avatar. I tend to use just the token art for that. So then on the character sheet, you just want to go edit sheet directly. You can then have a character sheet. I am gesturing towards my screen. You cannot see this. There is no face cam. What a world we live in. But you can just edit it like any normal character sheet. I'll do a separate video on a rundown of how the Roll20 character sheet works, some of the nifty tips and tricks. I am literally going to record that immediately after this one because I can't be bothered to do it later. Yeah, that will be linked below in the YouTubes because this is going to be uploaded to YouTube apparently. I've just said that out loud, so now it has to be, even though you might not hear this. Just a quick cut there while I just got some other stuff ready. So, how I can get character sheets in between games. I use this handy dandy little tool called VTTES. This stands for Virtual Tabletop Enhancement Suite. Yeah. And basically, as a DM, it adds a bunch of quality of life stuff. It's really good. Like, I can do a whole third video on the tools and the settings and the stuffs. It's super good for that. Like, as a general thing, it helps with the with organizing pages. It adds settings for character tokens. Adding macros, it becomes easier. It adds a bunch of stuff. I barely even scratch the surface of the stuff that it does. But you want this website here. Again, will be linked in the description, which is the install guide. I imagine most people use Firefox or Chrome, or a Chrome-like browser. Like Brave is a Chrome-like browser. There are probably others as well. But basically, you want to go to the Firefox or Chrome links. Firefox is the easier one. If you're not using Firefox and you're using Chrome, I recommend you make the switch. It's a very good browser. I used to use it. I still use it occasionally as a second browser. And it is literally just you go to this link and then click what I imagine would be a add VTT enhancement suite button, which will be here. That will then add it to Firefox immediately for you, and you are good to go. For Chrome or Chrome-like browsers such as Brave, it's a bit more complicated. You need to download the extension, which I will quickly go through the process now. Just save it in your downloads folder or anywhere else that you want to save a thing. You can then open it. I'll bring this over. Go into your downloads folder, find it. Here it is. Oh look, here's some Hero Forge minis of meme characters I made. And then extract that folder. You can call it something fancy, name it your pet's name if you want to, or just keep the default name as I do. I don't really care. Most of my things are not named well. So yeah, it'll then open up. Do not worry about all of these things. It doesn't matter, but it's there. Oh look, there's another one. So yeah, somewhere permanent. So basically not like a USB port or a temporary folder. Somewhere that's permanently on your computer. You then need to go to this thing. If you just copy that and paste it into your search bar, it'll immediately take you to something that looks like this. Again, this is Brave. This is not Chrome. I don't know what it looks like on Chrome. I have never installed it on Chrome. But basically, just follow these steps. So enable developer mode. Mine looks like that. It will be something that says developer mode. You then need to load unpacked in the top left, which is this button here. If you then click that, it will open up. For me, it opened up straight into the downloads folder. Open up wherever you left it, and just click the folder and select folder. It will then add VTT enhancement suite. Then just make sure that the slider is on, and voila, you have the VTT enhancement suite. So what does that do, and how does that allow me to export characters in between games, you asked? Well, I'm glad you asked. Apparently. Maybe you did. I can't hear you. The magic of video, eh? So, if I just go into my actual character compendium, if we do this, so I will use Coppervault, my current favourite boy, as an example. Because VTT Enhancement Suite is a fresh upload, it will automatically come with this. Right now, I'm going to go for later, because we'll work on that later. But the big thing that will show you that it is working is this little box here. If this box is not here, then something's gone wrong with VTT Enhancement Suite. Contact the owner. It might be down, or just on your extensions, if you just turn it off, turn it back on, reinstall it, it tends to do the trick. However, we're not doing troubleshooting right now. We're asking, how do I export a character? Well, humble viewer, VTT Enhancement Suite would have unlocked these three little boys, I believe. I haven't seen them in the normal Roll20. I don't know if they're there. But if you go into export and overwrite, you can export this character. You can then call it something. This is Coppervault 12. I have exported Coppervault 12 times, because every time I finish a game, I upload it back into here and whatnot. So yeah, there's a little bit more work than comes with D&D Beyond, but for me, the customizability of just having a Roll20 character sheet you can just do anything with Like Copper Vaults is pretty intense as I've added a bunch of stuff, which again, we'll go over in a different video. But suffice to say, you now have a little file, which is your character. You then go into a different game. You kindly ask your DM, hey, DM, friend, old buddy, old pal, can I have a character sheet? And they go, sure. Here's Cool Dude McGee. He's a blank character sheet. If you then go into the export and overwrite again, you just go here, overwrite, and choose file. Then in your downloads, once it's all loaded, oh, look at all my cool tokens. You find your file. Again, mine's open automatically to downloads because that's where I store a lot of random crap. So, just double click on that. That will then load it. Then you want to click the overwrite this character with button. That will then ask if you are sure you want to overwrite Cool Dude McGee. And although we all love Cool Dude McGee, we want to finish this tutorial. So, goodbye Cool Dude McGee. You will be missed. And then it just takes a little bit of time to overwrite. And then we have Copper Vault. It will take a moment to update the name here. I think if you literally just exit it and open it up, yep, there we go, Copper Vault. And now, it's Copper Vault's character sheet. And that is literally all it is. And then at the end of your game, your goals change, you got a magic item. Oh, fancy you. Look at you. Hope it's a nice one. Or just sell it. You can then export them and re-import them back into your thing. Literally, if you overwrite the character, it will do it. You can also, just if you own the game, you can just straight import a character. Don't even have to overwrite a previous one. But for that, you have to actually own the game. But you can do that with any character sheet that you have editorial access on in any game. Just to prove it, I will go into a random game that I don't think is being used right now. I don't think you'll mind. I'll go into Nats. Where is Nathaniel? Nathaniel, are you here anywhere? I hope you don't mind, my friend. Nats Everfull Game Space. We'll just cheaty go in here. Oh, cheeky little boy. And to prove a point, let's take Feng, my other Everfull character, and do the same. Export him. Save that. Then go into Nat's game. Again, we'll go later. And then the only character I have in here is Copper Vault. But we shall, once Roll20 gets its act together. This is Nat's game space, by the way. Isn't it beautiful? If you haven't seen it, oh, look at that. So, again, just find the export and overwrite button. Choose the file. And so, just to check, Copper Vault's character sheet looks a bit different. I did some editing. Overwrite this character with, yes, I'm sure. And now, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to just figure out what it's doing. But if it ever takes its time like this, just leave it a bit, come back. It has glitched slightly. Ah, there we go. Character sheet. It's still calling it Copper Vault, but as you can see, Grave Cleric there, 162 hit points. There we go. It's all good now. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. In this case, the name's glitched, but you can just change that in edit. You can literally just change the name to Feng. For my sanity, I'm just going to quickly re-overwrite with Copper Vault. Otherwise, next time I play in Nat's game as Copper Vault, I'm going to be very confused. Why there is suddenly a Feng there. But yes, I really hope this helped. This is how I do it. If D&D Beyond works for you, use D&D Beyond. That's great. But this is how I do it. This is how I've done it for the entire time we've been in lockdown. It just helps me, because I like the character sheet. I've never got on with D&D Beyond, but yeah, I shouldn't say Copper Vault's now back. So yeah, hope this helped. I'll be back next with the Roll20 character sheet and all the fun and marvellous things you can do with that. Hopefully I will have all of these videos out before Tuesday's games for those in Everfull. But these videos will be up for all time. I don't plan on taking them down. So yeah, hope that's good. Don't know how to end this. Like, comment and subscribe for more videos, I guess. We might do more things. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon.